All right, let's talk about Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who had a disappointing loss to the Chiefs as they really played them tough and they need to start racking up wins, weren't able to make it happen. But I want to shift gears and talk about Baker Mayfield himself because I thought he played really well in this game, and this Bucs offense looked really good against a very good defense. So I want to talk about kind of what they did right, how they were nearly able to pull off this victory, and maybe what this means going forward. So yeah, let's just get into it. Before I do though, I will mention I do have a movie channel. If you like watching movies, you can check that out. The link is in the description below. Jackson Kruger Movies is the title of the channel. But yeah, let's just get into it. Let's start off with this play because, I think that you do wonder how much this game changes early on if this was an interception. Granted, this was a third down, or actually a second down, but they punted it on this drive shortly after, and there was a long return. But still, had things started off with an interception, how much does that change things there? Let's talk about why it nearly was an interception. Trey Palmer's trying to get into a gap in coverage. When this play begins, it's just one of those, we've seen this a few times with Mayfield, where he's misread these coverages on zone. Part of this is the Steve Spagnuolo effect of he changes things up so frequently, is constantly running different coverages. I think Baker thought that Justin Reid was coming down and both guys were covering that underneath route and Palmer was wide open further deep. I'm not really sure why. I'm pausing it right here. The ball is in Mayfield's hands. It's pretty clearly not a route he should be throwing. As you see, again, he misreads the coverage, and luckily for him, Reid drops the ball. Could have been a bad play there early on. Don't know how much of a return it would have been. It probably would have been some yards on the return. So definitely, getting away with one there. We definitely saw stuff like this, which was really just, I thought Liam Coen doing a good job at scheming stuff up, right? You don't have the receivers, you just don't, so you have to figure out ways to move the ball down the field, and one of the ways they do that is something like this. This is going to be a motion play, and on the first down, they're going for the touchdown, which sometimes makes sense, right? Because, okay, you could try to set up like a 3rd down and 5, but then you're bunched up in the end zone. It's tough. Sometimes just go for it here. It's sometimes even easier to go for it here. But the way this play works is you have Cade Otton in motion going towards the bottom of the screen, and here's what the motion sets up. That's what Kansas City is going to do. They're in man coverage. That's how they're going to defend this. Obviously, this isn't how they started off this play. It's not how they lined it up, but they're going to call a switch here, have guys cover different guys kind of last second, and they actually handle this pretty well. Watch, you see that when this play begins, it's Justin Reid. He comes in to cover Cade Otton. Kind of the biggest issue is there was a bit of a pick as well, so good job by the Buccaneers. It's a legal play, but having a guy just in the area of Reid disrupting it. But the bigger issue is Reid kind of just had to overcommit here. So because of that, when Otton then runs down the field as opposed to just running more towards the bottom of the screen, Reid is just nowhere near able to make a play, and Baker Mayfield makes a perfect throw. They're able to get into the end zone for a touchdown. I mean, that's a huge play by Tampa Bay, and really good stuff by Liam Coen. Again, that's a lot of what they were doing. It's not all of what they were doing. Like something like this, okay, there's nothing you can do on this drive. or on this play, I should say. It's a 3rd down and 9. Okay, you could run a screen pass if you want, but realistically, you need someone to win. I mean, it's going to be a all-out pressure for the Kansas City Chiefs. At least that's what they're showing. So Mayfield takes a snap. The all-out pressure does come, but he just fires one quickly. This is Sterling Shepard, and to be honest, this isn't great coverage by Kansas City. I mean, this was a solid route by Shepard, but Cook, the safety, a little bit late in picking this up. Part of this is he was trying to sell as though it could be something different. They weren't, totally saying, it's a all-out blitz. They were kind of selling as though maybe it could be something else, but because of this, a little bit out of position. But Mayfield takes advantage really well, makes a perfect throw, and again, just reading the play quickly and getting the ball over there quickly. I mean, that's how you can beat a defense that's built around disguises. Is obviously, they're going to get their home runs. We saw a near interception earlier in this video, but you can get your plays against it as well by reading the play quickly. If you try to be a little bit creative, then someone's going to be open. You just have to be able to find it quickly, and Baker did there. Also, this play, which I don't know how much this mattered, but it's still a fun play to talk about. So it's 3rd and 14 towards the end of the half. What are you going to do here? Well, you don't want to make a mistake more than anything. You'd love to pick up the first down, though, and get points. I've circled Chris Jones, and if you've been watching my videos for a long time, if I circle Chris Jones, there's going to be a reason for it. Look at when this play begins. I mean, that is the reason. Chris Jones is right in Baker Mayfield's face. I don't know how Mayfield avoids this. Watch as he scrambles up. He is going to, make a move, tries to get the first down, ends up getting knocked out of bounds, which I don't think was intentional. I think he would have liked to get rid of another Kansas City timeout, but he's trying to pick up the first down is what he's trying to do. Didn't quite work out that way, but still, I mean, that matters, right? It's a, 17-yard field position difference. It wasn't a great punt, so, like, it did help, right? So, I don't know. And it was just a good play, so that's why I wanted to include it in the video. So then things definitely stalled a bit as, after they went up 14 to, it was actually after they went up 17 to 10, then they had back-to-back 3-and-outs. But then finally, with the game on the line, they were able to have a great drive. This play, you have Sterling Shepard running a route, trying to get into a gap in coverage here. You see Mayfield's going to take the snap, and at this point you have to fire it if you feel like you have a chance. But honestly, this is the throw he would fire anyway. I mean, this is a really well done route by Shepard, who has emerged as a real player for Tampa Bay, who is crazy because they just signed him off the street. But they don't get the overtime in this game without him. Watch as Mayfield puts that one right on the money. They're able to get the ball to midfield, and again, getting a couple of those chunk plays to Shepard really did make a big difference, I thought, in this final drive. This play was a huge one as well, where it's going to be, 50, just to set the stage, 53 seconds left, and it's a 2nd down and 3. And, sometimes in these end-of-game situations, you almost forget about the down and distance side of things because you're so focused on the time, but, obviously, that matters a lot as well. Watch how Mayfield takes the snap. There is going to be pressure, and he doesn't love what he sees. Again, this is the thing about Kansas City, right? Their secondary is so suffocating that sometimes you have to figure something out. But what Mayfield's done all year is use his legs to his benefit. Watch as he's going to scramble outside the pocket. He is able to pick up, and good job by Rachaad White as well, reading what's going on and getting out to block, which definitely helped things as he's able to pick up a first down, right, and get out of bounds. It's just a huge play because instead of having a 3rd down and 3, where now maybe you have to work over the middle just to make sure you get the first down, and then you're running out of time. This just allows you to control the clock a lot better, gives you the first down. It's an important play. And then the touchdown was a fun play as well. Another Liam Coen masterpiece type play right here. A great call is really what I should be calling it. You see what happens. I mean, it's a play action, and look at how open Ryan Miller gets. Kansas City completely fooled. They thought it was a running play, which you could have done, but maybe should have been a little bit more aware of the pass. But again, it was just a great call, really fooling Kansas City. So yeah, good stuff. I would have loved to see them go for 2. They decided not to. It is what it is. But really strong performance by Baker Mayfield. He definitely deserves a lot of love, despite the ultimate loss to Kansas City. That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from ya. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.